Hello, hello everyone. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are. Um, Today, our discussion is going to be on choices. Choices that we make as parents, choices that we make as adults. There are choices that we make as parents that are good for us and good for the entire family. And there are choices that we make individually as women, as men, as mothers, as fathers, that are good for us based on our beliefs. There are choices that we make for our children that are of great importance to them and their lives. And yet there are choices that we make that consciously or unconsciously we make, and we do not think about the lifelong effect that it will have on our children and on, ultimately it does have an effect on us too, but we don't see it immediately. But what I want to focus my attention on this morning are choices that we make for our children. As parents, it's imperative that we guide and we nurture and we steer our kids in the right direction. And when I say that, I don't mean just in the right direction as far as being a good person, being kind, eating well, taking care of themselves, going to school, getting good grades, choosing good friends, making sure that they are the best of who they are created to be. So, and that's where I want to touch base today, is choices that we make for them so that they can be whole, they can be who they have been created to be. I've come across parents that have unfortunately made some choices that are not so good on the long run, and it's not my place to judge, and I'm not doing this chat in order to judge the parenting style. But at the same time, there are some things that I'm passionate about, and I do not hesitate to jump in and say a word or two. As a woman of color, as a Black woman, we come in so many different shades of beauty. We come in different shades of palettes. We come in different shades of exotic melanin. And I would like us to dig down into ourselves to ask ourselves as adults, how do we feel about ourselves? Because how we feel about ourselves is what we transcend, or what we share, what we send, the message that we send to our children. And sometimes we make choices that does not, motivate, elevate, or encourage the kids. We actually we make choices that perpetuates the stereotypes that comes with being Black. A lot of people spend a lot of money and time trying to have the shade of us. And yet, some of us spend a lot of money and time trying to change what God has created as being perfect. So, the next time we make a decision for our children, I want us to really think deeper than the surface. I want us to think about what this decision, how is it going to affect my child for the long term, for the long run? Is this decision going to be encouraging my child to be the authentic self? Or is it going to be encouraging my child to continue to have low self-esteem or to doubt themselves as a perfect being? Yes, we make decisions every single minute of the day for our children, and that is our job as a parent. But in the process of making that decision, we need to be checking, we need to be evaluating our own intentions. Are we making this decision for the best interest of our child in mind? Or are we making the decision so that we can fulfill our own, in our own inferiority or our own ego? So, whether we're making decisions for schools, making decisions as to what the kid is wearing, what type of hairstyle the kid has, what the meals the kids are going to eat. These are all decisions that we make daily as parents. But I would like to bring us our attention to ourselves as to whatever decision we're making. Is it for the best interest of that child, or is it to satisfy our own ego? Lightening, toning, bleaching, whatever you call it, of a child borders on abuse. Yes, adults use the products, but they are adults. They can make informed decisions. And if they choose to neglect or ignore the chemicals and the side effects of the product, that is their choice. But when that product is being used on a child, it's a form of neglect. So that's one part of it. The other part of it that I want to also bring about is that while making choices on behalf of our kids as parents, we need to be taking into consideration what choices we're making for them that they will get benefit from, a lasting benefit from in the long run, or actually in a lifetime. As much as we make negative choices for them, it has a lasting effect. When we make positive choices also, it does have a lasting effect. So the food for thought today is that as parents, when we make choices, we need to be conscious of the choices we make. Hello, David. It's good to see you. Adeyemi, welcome. Adeola, I'm happy you can join me this morning. Oh, Mr. Taiwo, welcome, welcome. Glenn, friend, it's good to see you. So today, we're going to stop at that, is when we make choices for our children, we need to think deeply the reason and the rationale why we're making those choices. Is it for the best interest of the child, the very best of interest of the child, or is it to promote our own ego or to fill the void in ourselves? Let's make wise decisions on behalf of our children for their future. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye now. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.